Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Edge of Legend here on Nat 20 Productions, official on Twitch for season 2, episode. What is it? Episode 7. Sidney made a face. What is it?
I'm excited because Ian's in the chat.
What? Ian's in the chat? What?
I just got excited.
It's episode 7. Sorry, my entire brain melted. All right. Well, it's good to see you in the chat, Ian. Also, it's good to see you, Mahooch and Jim Jenkins and Rick and the GM and Eric Jackson and all you other ledge heads in the chat. So good to see you today. And that being said, let's get to it because today has been like the most Monday of Wednesdays I think we've all had in our life. So let's just rally. Let's go to a world that is not our own with adventures we could only hope for. And let's do an introduction before we actually get to all that. So starting with Mr. Michael Powell, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and the pronouns.
Hi, I'm Michael Powell, and I have a cup the size of my face. But yeah, I play the fabulous Rufa, and our pronouns are he, him, then they, them.
Heck yeah. Let's go to Kylie. Kylie, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. Bug. Rude. Sorry. Was just attacked.
Remember when I said today was the most Monday of Wednesdays? I'm being proven right again.
Okay, retry. All right. Hi, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. I play Shionavis, the Elven Ranger, and we both go by she, her.
Heck yeah. Also, Kylie, I don't mean to be rude, but during your introduction, when the bee attacked you or the bug attacked you, Bearded Skuld said, Ravon says hi.
No, Ian. I don't need that bad juju.
Look, there's a lot of gods and devils and fey creatures and eldritch abominations for you to pick. So you know what? Just spin the dial and see who you want. That being said, Sidney, please tell me who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, my name is Sidney Rubino. I play Ilona, the half-elf cloistered cleric, and my pronouns are she, her.
Yeah. Well, last but not least is me. My name is PJ. I am the GM for Edge of Legend and Nat 20 Productions Official. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing everyone and everything in between. And if you didn't get a chance to see the awesome recap, Sam, speaking of which, can't make it tonight, a little under the weather, and we're hoping that she rallies strong for the weekend. So, Sam, if you're watching, have a great night, and we'll see you then. Speaking of Sam, she did the recap. If you didn't see it on Nat 20 Prods on YouTube, here's the quick rundown of what you missed last week for episode 6. So, after finding out Tobias Raphaelis of House Raphaelis, the Grand Hospitaller of the Platinum Hammer, is indeed the chosen one to be martyred and killed in one of the 2 end of the world prophecies, he understandably goes to his office and has some me time. You know, some sad time, in which case the heroes decide to go to the Grand Sarkhan Library in the Sarkhan on the island to do more research. They find out a bit more about Tobias Raphaelis' mother, his long gone and mysteriously vanished father. They find out about his origins, not only being from Alphon Prime, but from a Knight of Or. But they also find a secret tunnel where they found Tanin, or Tanin, I think is the proper way to pronounce that, a like 30,000-year-old platinum wormkin, warrior, champion of Azmat, who has a lot of information. Spoilers, go check out the episode if you want to see that conversation. Because while his mind is a vault for information, it's not great on PC's names. But after some Q&A, and the inspiration for his new book, which he'll be writing about this era, a book called The Edge of Legend, the heroes of tomorrow decide they're going to leave the Sarkhan and go fishing. At which point the two, Ilona and Rufa, have some really good RP, talk a little bit about lives and everything else, and they go fishing for a simple game of fishing. Alona gets a magical red fish that talks, who pays her $5,000 to let him go. Where Rufa has a fish pickpocket him and run off with, I think, 5 bear claws. So you win some, you lose some. And then when they all come back together after a long day of fishing, they find out that Tobias Raphaelis of House Raphaelis, Grand Martyr of the Platinum Hammer, has left the island, and his responsibilities as prophesied one behind him. And this is where we pick up Edge of Legend, episode 7 of season 2, as Cash Kirkaxian herself drops the letter and says, he's run off. He's left.
Oh. Alona's going to read the letter.
The letter says, to the wonderful, righteous, pious, and sycophantic people of the Sarkhan, I am tired of being everyone's golden boy. I'm tired of being nothing but a golden boy. Whatever this is, you're all smart. You can figure it out yourself. Until then, if you need me, don't. Signed, Tobias Raphaelis. Piss off. And his name's all very well scribbled.
You know what's great? I love that piss off has become Tobias's like catchphrase, because Tobias actually made it his catchphrase. Oh, I love that. Oh crap. Alona reads this out loud to the group. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I can't argue that if I were in his position, I'd really do any different, you know? She looks to Cash. I think we should just let him be. He clearly doesn't want to be found. He's going through a lot. Maybe in time we'll be able to track him down, but for now, I think it's just best to kind of respect what he wants. I mean, it's the least we can do.
Cash Kirkaxian, who has taken the time to wrap up her features and put the hood over her tiefling horns, grabs the letter, kind of taps it on her hand. I suppose you're right. Constantly reminding the dumb boy what his responsibilities were put us in this position to begin with. I don't think it's very fair when he has expressed boundaries to cross those. If the world is going to end, well, we'll have to hope on his better judgment when that time comes. Until then, I think you're right. We need to give him space.
She looks at Shionibus.
Yeah, Kylie, what's that face all about?
Oh, Ian messaged me and he's like, made you look. And I was like, God damn it.
Damn it.
Oh, so good.
It's great.
Oh.
Ilona looks at Shionibus. I know you probably want to find him. Do you at least want to go back to his room to see if he left any clues to where he could have gone, just to see?
Yeah. I agree. I don't think I really blame him for wanting to not want to be involved anymore. But at least knowing where he might have gone, at least is somewhat a little bit of a peace of mind. So
Yeah.
she'll stand up from the table.
Well, let's go. Rufa, we might need your investigation skills to figure out where Tobias went.
Rufa's kind of at this point, he's kind of like going through a book. Just at this point, he just notices, yes, of course, okay, and just puts a little ribbon on the book. Okay, let's see where the boy has run off to.
Where we going?
All
Where's his
right.
room?
Going off to Tobias's room. I want to take a quick minute to thank everyone who's starting off a level 5 hype train. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, you guys. But I want to keep focusing on the show. So I want to give you the heads up. Thank you. So you guys go back to the Sarkon where all the 5 offices are. And you have his office. Now, there's 2 places you can decide to go. You can go to the office where Tobias works, or you can go to their personal quarters. Where'd you rather go?
I'd say let's start in his office and move on from there. I feel like it's
Yeah.
less intruding,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't want to look through his drawers and find something I don't want to find. The office sounds like a better
We're probably
idea.
gonna find something we don't want to find,
Yeah, that's fair.
regardless.
Damn it.
Okay. So you're going to his office, right? So the door is open. You see this place is a mess. If you want to basically investigate the area, you can give me a perception check. You can give me I'm trying to think of other things that would go for this. No, survival wouldn't make sense. Give me a perception check. You're literally looking, searching, seeking, the whole gamut of what that's for.
Yay.
15.
Perception's so good. What? Sorry.
15.
Not bad. 15. Okay.
For a 2, for me rolling a 2, that's not bad.
We have the same perception because I also literally just rolled a 2.
Oh no.
So that's also a 15. Michael!
I'm looking up because I was like, investigators should have some kind of ability when it relates to this. So I'm actually looking up if I actually do have ability to looking on this.
Yeah. I'd be very surprised if the investigator didn't have some bonus to a freaking literal search action for clues. For clues.
Yeah.
There's gotta be something like searching for clues. I remember we talked about this. That's one of their big mechanics, right?
It looks like I have one ability I could use called pursue a lead, which lets me use this as one of my open cases. So spending a minute to examine the details of a potential clue. So using that as the office.
All right.
The case of the missing Tobias.
Mm.
That is
His face needs to be on every milk carton.
They never get the nose right,
+1 plus.
Damn it, you can't give yourself a hero point.
I
that
mean,
reference.
I can. It's called villain points.
No.
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 All right,
I will take one away because of it.
Man.
I got a 26.
26. Okay. 26 definitely has it. As you're looking around, your first instinct is that this was not done in a wild search. This was done with emotion. This is angry clutter. This is the rebellion of a young man who has always dreaded their own destiny, in a sort. You see the window was broken, and you see a bunch of pieces of cloth tied together to make an escape rope. But looking at it, you realize he didn't take the escape rope. There's no way it would go 5 feet down, then he'd drop 300, 400 feet and die. So instead, you assumed he probably just walked out the door and then just left the letter behind. But as you're looking around, you see a few things of interest. One, a portrait of him and another man, a dwarven man, an older dwarven man. And there's it's like a hand-drawn portrait, so it's very, expressive. The dwarf has long, flowing, shoulder-length hair, a shaved face. So that's kind of a weird giveaway for a dwarf. And you can tell from his eyes that he definitely has a dwarven deity, as they're literally lights coming out of his eyes, probably hammer and forge. The heat of the forge itself is coming out of him. And scribbled in common is this kind of sentence, and it says, "To my favorite protege and one hell of a good chap, signed, your mentor."
There's no name.
No name.
Okay.
Number 2, second item of interest. You see a missing spot where dust would show that a very special box would have been kept. Maybe a box about this big, yay big, fit in the palm of the person's hand. Must have religious significance. Not quite sure what it is because it's not there, but it's one of the few things that have left us a dust imprint that's missing. So number 2, missing box. In number 3, last bit of detail. You see maps all over the place, and they're numbered 1 through 5. You note 2 maps are missing.
Quick question. Is this one of those maps that, you know how it's like different parts of the world, but when you piece it all together, it's like a bigger map? Is that one of those kind of maps?
It definitely resembles more of like a close-up map of a part of a. So it's not like a greater puzzle, like it all puts together to make a greater image. It's more like it's a close-up of different. What's I'm looking for? Places of interest.
Okay. Can I make 2 recall knowledge checks? Actually, is that possible?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you want to recall specifically?
First one, I want to do a recall knowledge religion on that holy symbol the dwarf was wearing.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So could I roll that?
Sure. Absolutely.
I love how we're playing Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego with Tobias.
Where in the world is Tobias Rapialis? That'll never
That
blow up on
is a
Spotify.
27.
27. Okay. Now it was a religion check, right?
Yes, recall knowledge.
Cool. Yeah, sure enough, you recognize that they are wearing a holy symbol to Hammer and Forge, the dwarven god that in dwarven mythology built existence, and it's one of the 5 dwarven gods.
Okay. And my second recall knowledge is going to be, I'm going to put all the maps that's still left over together and kind of list all the locations, and then by process of elimination, figure out the areas that's missing.
Okay.
Yay.
Give me a survival check as you're going over maps and you're trying to kind of piece the puzzles together, the puzzle pieces together.
Actually, I was wondering if I could either do legal or warfare lore, as in countries with like a legal system, or battles.
Unfortunately, no. It deals with maps, which is
Okay.
survival, so it'd be survival based.
Darn.
Survival based, so survival check.
Can I do a survival as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Plus, let's see. What's my wisdom modifier? I got a
13.
17 on that.
Okay, hold on. I got 2 at once. So you said 17, Michael?
Yeah.
And Kyle, what was yours?
13.
13. Okay. So again, these are more like close-up maps of regional areas of interest. As you look at them, you see that they kind of correspond to things like places in Alfon and how to get around certain parts of the Alfon continent. You see one that is for the far north, and it's all just one giant blank map. You see a lot of other locations, but you're not quite figuring out the 2 that are missing. If you had to guess, they're on a different continent, one that you probably haven't been to yet.
Okay. Rufus going to kind of rub his chin and goes, all right, well, the boy has obviously thrown a bit of a tantrum here, and he has well, the rope, the little cloth rope, cute. That's obviously a red herring. Oh, really quick, PJ, was the glass broken? Glass was obvious. I'm just going to assume it's broken from outside, right?
Definitely. Yeah, you can see the glasses breaking outward. It was broken from inside.
Because if he has gone down that little rope, that we would see a body down there. And since there's no body down there, he probably just walked out. And he picks up the picture of the dwarf and Tobias. This is obviously some sort of glue forged a symbol, Alona. Rufa does believe that is probably forged and fired one of the Dwarven deities. Most likely, is that correct?
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
Yes. So that might be a useful. He's gonna put it in his inner pocket, and he there's probably a box about yay big over here. Might pose some sort of significance. Probably took it, and these maps. There are two missing here. The process of elimination. Looks like it's probably from Rufus gonna go out and live a different continent.
Oh, great, awesome, good. A new continent. That means we can go on an adventure. But Ilona will look at the portrait that Tobias has on his wall with his mentor, and look around the room, and knowing or thinking, looking to the rest of the party, I think we have everything we need here. If we, Rufa, can you do what you normally do with maps and like kind of sketch this out and like, you know, show us the blank spaces? You know what I'm saying? You know how you've sketched out maps before and copied maps? Can you copy this one with the space missing so we know for later and we can fill in the map?
Oh, of course. Rufa does that. Do I need to make a roll?
Yeah, if you could give me a
Crafting?
give me a crafting check.
Good.
We all remember how clutch your crafting skills have been in the past. So let's see if this is another time.
They've been magic. Literal magic.
Plus 11 plus 1. Wait, 1. That is 25.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cool. So you start creating them very well. Like, yeah, it's not like gilded and as perfect and beautiful, but it is extremely accurate to the T. And as you kind of place it all together, you do realize these are not pieces of one great image. These are literally 5 different maps of key locations from different places in the world. And the two, everyone give me a survival check with a +2.
Oh, exciting. For some reason, Alona's randomly good at survival. What?
The one skill that I'm not even trained in, and I rolled.
A nat 20?
Yeah.
Yay!
The one skill I'm not trained in.
Yes.
All right.
That's what nat 20s are for.
Hell yeah.
I got a 23.
23. Okay.
A 23.
23.
Accents. What am I doing?
It's okay. No, take your time.
Oh, what, Kylie? Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no. What?
She's thinking evil thinkings.
No. You're
No,
okay.
my garage door was opening.
Oh, okay.
26.
26. Hell yeah. Okay. So you start to kind of realize there are the 2 maps that are missing. The location that they surely have to be. One would be a map somewhere on the major Acadian continent between Acadia and Or. The other, and by the way, the Acadian continent is massive. And the other one probably would make sense that it's somewhere around Shin or the Oriasu Island or somewhere on the Kokujo Islands beneath Oriasu. Somewhere across the Grand Divide. Tobias took both.
Well, it seems that a process of elimination. Excuse me. A process of elimination. Arcadia and out of character. What was the other name again? Arcadia and
Oh, Acadia and Or.
Arcadia and Order. The other one is looks to be Shin.
I think Tobias is probably smart enough to take 2 to throw us off his trail. I think he probably only went to 1, but he doesn't want us to follow him, so he probably picked both to throw us off, but Ilona pulls Rufa to the side. Hey Rufa, I don't know where he went, and I know that he doesn't want us to find him. But if we were to go somewhere, she looks at his hand. Rufa, I think we need to get that figured out sooner rather than later. I'm really worried. And if this is an excuse to go and maybe kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I think we should take it.
Rufus gonna kind of look at his hand, kind of flexes his finger a little bit. PJ, I was wondering if I can make a what do you call it? Row. Oh God, what do you call that thing? Give me a second.
Okay. Do you know what you want to do?
Yeah. I'm trying to find a word for it. Give me a second.
Okay.
The prophecy and all that stuff. That's probably going to be in Arcadia, and I'm sorry. I keep.
Don't worry about the names. It's okay. Don't worry about that. So you're
word.
trying to recall something about the prophecy. Which one? It's been a few.
About Tobias.
Okay. Right. So you want to recall where he might be going for the prophecy?
Yeah. Well, the prophecy, which would relate to the maps, most likely between the two.
Well, do you know where that's going to be? Because I don't believe that's come across yet in the research.
Well, I was
exactly
wondering
where.
if I could roll a religion recall knowledge to try to figure out, does it relate more towards Shin or Arcadia and Or?
Acadia or Shin. Well, okay. We'll try it out. Give me a religion check.
Not bad. Plus religion. Where is it? 9 plus 1. 26.
26. Okay. So that was a really good number. You're looking over all the things you remember from the prophecy. It's really hard to get a really good indication of where this is going to be. It keeps talking about, mourning and fathers and sons and destruction and all these things. If you spend some more time looking at it, eventually you might be able to figure it out. But right now, there is no dead giveaway as to where this is going to occur or when, really, for that matter.
We're just gonna kind of stroke his chin and goes, well, if Lufa had a little bit more time, he possibly a little resources and research, figure this out. But at the moment, honestly, it's a toss-up between Shin or Acadia or Ord.
Well, what I'm saying is, since it is a toss-up, we have a 50-50 chance of being right. And since you have your mark that says you need to go home to figure it out, that seems a little bit more pressing.
Rufa does a Roof reason that Rufa has stayed away as long as he has, but it does indeed seem that a trip back home seems to be in the cards. All right. Looks like we're going to Shin.
Alona tries to hide that she's visibly excited.
Rufa looks very, very distraught.
She comes back to Shionibus and is like, Shionibus, we're going on an adventure.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
PJ, is there a bookshelf?
Yeah, there is a shelf of sorts there. Documents, trophies, things like that are kept there.
Is there something that looks like it's been moved most, like more occasionally than others? Like if it's a book and it's just constantly being taken, put back, like if there's dust marks significantly on one part of the shelf more than others.
Give me a perception check.
Matthew Burton also wants to know what kind of trophies Tobias won.
Be happy to tell you that tale in just a second, F.U. Burton. I'm really happy to. 1 second.
31.
Cross.
31. Okay. So you see everything. So the kind of trophies that you see from Tobias Raphaelis, you see a bunch of flowers that have been braided into a bracelet that have long since decayed and become brown and dried with age, left somewhere on one of the shelves. You see a holy symbol of Minerva, polished and well kept, and stamped on the back is the name Margaret or Marguerite Dominus. You see a rather unfortunate collection of like alcoholic beverages completed by this young man during his early ages, kept up as, I guess, some sense of trophy of accomplishment, as well as the occasional you see a tally mark like filed into one edge of it, and one of them is kind of painted pink. But as you're looking around at what can best be described as the physical reminiscing of a college student, you see that there's one book that has less sun exposure and less dust on it, clearly been moved a lot. Pulling it off from the bookshelf, you see a book that says, what a night should be. A blessing to you from me. And it's a children's book written by Margaret Dominus. And inside is a bunch of pictures of a very brave and happy blonde-haired boy fighting dragons in the backyard. And he is riding on a horse made out of a broom head. And he is doing all these things. And every page is a prayer to Minerva, asking for strength, guidance, devotion, focus, dedication. But it's all put to this background of a children's rhythm about a young boy growing up to be a great knight. And then on the back page, it says, "You are my greatest joy and my most sorrowful regret. Whatever this world does to you, please don't forget. The strength of your body and mind is only second to your heart you'll find. Love, your mother."
Sobbing. Cool. She's just gonna close it and put that back because ouch. Parents that love you? Who needs that?
I don't know. Maybe you
So-
should take it and hand it back to him when we meet him and be like, "Hey, remember your mom." Anyway.
Oh yeah, bring up more trauma for the poor guy. He's already a martyr. What's one more slap to the face? Hey, meet your mom sooner. Here you go.
Oh.
No.
You want to meet your dad? You want to see what his face looks like? I'll show you in hell.
Worst.
Terrible.
Anyway, so as we all cry deep, human, genuine tears of love and pain, what are we going to do next? Because I'm feeling it too. It's okay.
All right, Alana. So where are we going on this adventure?
Oh, right. Yes. So what, we discovered that there's a 50-50 chance that he is halfway between Acadia and Orr, and there's a 50-50 chance that he's somewhere in Shin. So she looks at Ionibus. Roof has some pressing business to take care of in Shin. So I figure we go to Shin. Have you ever been to Shin?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, wait, it's a place that you haven't been either?
I've only been on like 3 continents. Like it's not that much, and this is one of them.
But it means that we get to share that experience together.
Yay!
I'm loving that. Okay. Now, I'll give this to you because this poses a very, very, very poignant question. How are you going to get to Shin? Because there's 2 possible ways to do this: by land or by sea. Both present an extreme challenge because the Grand Divide still exists. A massive fissure in the earth created by Shinese people 5,000 years ago, if not a little more, as a sign of, neutrality, a declaration that they will not participate in the Great Dragon War. That fissure is easily miles wide and a continent tall, long, if you will. By land, you're going to have some issues. By sea, sure. It's on the other side of the planet, and this boat ride could take literal months. And this boat would have to navigate around the triumvirate continent of Nubia, Tezuku, and Mycena. It would have to pass by the mainland continent of the Akkadian continent, complete with all of the many countries on that continent. Or you could go the extreme long way around and bypass the frozen north, which good luck getting a boat through the mists of Kaimalan with their ice snaps, or try to go through the Sand Sea in between Adelphon continent and and the Asmakan continent. So now we're in this interesting moment of how in the hell do we get to Shin?
Oh, well, we're definitely not taking the Sand Sea.
God, no, not again.
Been there, done that.
Don't want to go back.
So, okay. So they're okay. We can't get there by can we get there by Skybat? But feasibly?
I mean, if you want to ride exposed to the elements for multiple days straight, it might be the fastest, but you'd be, you know what I mean?
It sounds not great.
We could go back down to Tezuku, Nubia. We hop on a boat at my place. And then, we don't have to pay for someone to transport us.
Do you think, okay, hear me out.
Okay.
Do you think we could use the portal to go back to Nubia,
That's
hop on a boat in Nubia, and then we have the trip? Because we could totally just go back to Nubia.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
I thought,
Right.
PJ, correct me if I'm wrong. Was the portal we could only get to the Platinum Hammer, but didn't know if we could get back?
That's correct. You remember that the portal, with regard to the Platinum Hammer, was going to be a one-way only trip. You would have to find basically another teleportation device similar to one in Nubia to reconnect.
Why do I feel like Cash has something sketchy up her sleeve?
Can we intimidate Cash for
transportation?
For transportation?
Real quick, things happening, so I missed some stuff. So what's going on right now?
Sure. So while you were gone, we had decided we're going to go to Shin. However, there is the problem of how we're going to get to Shin because the Grand Divide still exists on the major continent it shares land with, making it physically impossible to get to. And by boat, it's possible, but it's also extremely difficult. So we're trying to pick our poison as to how the hell we're going to get to Shin.
Well, Rufus going to say this in character. Well, there's always, if push comes to shove, them those magic doors.
Like
The
Isabel?
doors?
My door?
Yeah, Isuo. Yeah, the door. No, it's Isuo's
Isuo.
door. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
Isuo's
he's
door?
here.
Yeah.
Do you think is Isuo on the platinum hammer?
PJ, would I know if I've seen a door that's similar to that?
Well, hold on. Have you gone to the market district or the residential district at all?
I probably would have worked in the market district.
Oh,
Okay, for a period of
you
time.
went to go get buns for the bun
Mhm.
boys.
That's
No, I've
right.
been here before.
She has been here before
Oh,
in
that
her
is
backstory,
true.
but
Yeah,
you all were
good point.
here recently looking for bun boys. You have never seen the symbol of Isuo or their door on the island.
Okay. I mean, we can look around, but from previous years, I haven't seen their door before, so I don't know.
What's the closest town, village, or city of a door that we know there's a door of from here?
Well, regrettably, the only places that we've seen on stream have been in Adelphon, and I want to say Asmacon,
Wasn't there also one in a grip upon a bear?
which is on the Adelphon continent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Distance, like location wise.
If you wanted to get to the Adelphon continent, you're not too far off, but it would be a boat ride of at least half a week to a week. And you'd be
Okay.
taking a boat ride to go there, to show up to their door and knock, knock, knock. Can we get a fast travel? So
basically, PJ, we want to know what's the path of least resistance so we can get to Shin. Is there a path of least resistance, or are they all just really resistant and we just gotta pick whichever one we want?
like I said, pick your poison. The choice is yours. I'm just here to do silly voices and to roll initiatives. What do you want to do?
Honestly, the safer the better, at least in Lufa's opinion, is probably return back to the continent and use one of see if we can use one of Itsuo's daughters, and that'll probably also be safer than actually taking a boat ride out around the Great Divide.
I was gonna say, at least we know that area well, as in Adelphon. So it's not as treacherous of a journey. We already know the risks going into it.
Okay, I'm okay with risk reduction. We're probably going to face something harrowing eventually. So you know what? Why don't we just take a nice, you know what we can do? We can go fishing off the boat. A nice, pleasant. No, do people not fish off of big boats? Is that not a thing?
I don't do fishing. Sorry.
Wait, why?
No.
Is it
Bad
because
experiences as a child. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my
It still gives me
God.
nightmares.
did they take your lunch money like they took Rufa's?
No one pushed me into the river.
Oh my God, a fish pushed you into the river?
I mean, it was my uncle, but it's traumatic nonetheless.
Your uncle's a dick.
Yeah. He thought it was, I think he was like thinking he was like helping me, and then he accidentally like nudged me, and it just, and then fish wanted to steal my money. So yeah,
Fish wanted to steal your money. I've heard that happens.
they like shiny things. I don't know. Should we get going? I feel like we need
Yes.
to stop talking about my own past traumas. So like, let's go.
Damn it. Fine. Oh my God, in chat, Reap Psyche asked if your uncle is a fish. Is your uncle a fish?
I don't think so.
Is he Jason Momoa?
No, he's way cooler than my uncle. Sorry, uncle.
Somewhere in Nubia, there's your uncle reading a newspaper going, "Why are my ears tingling? Ah, it is because this window is open. Why did we invent windows? I have enough light with my lantern. This is redundant."
Love it.
Love it.
Beautiful.
So now you must get a boat. There are many boats going in and out of the Order of the Platinum Hammers Island. If you go to the market district where they are constantly coming in and out. You can talk to everyone there to see about leasing a boat, chartering a boat, what have you.
Hopping on a boat that's already going in the direction that we're going in, so we don't have to worry about manning it ourselves and like fucking it up.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, good. I'm good at
Ooh, I'll
that.
help on that. Can I
Yeah,
help too?
diplomacy.
Yeah, everyone, you want to roll to aid. Yeah.
Yay. That's a 23.
17?
17. Okay.
Math.
No. It's
28.
okay. A what?
Great. Nice.
Did you say 28?
Yeah. Well, I have cooperative nature. It gives me like a +4 to aid checks.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's incredible.
So as you're walking around, you're looking for someone that has a boat already going that direction. You find this one young sailor, and she says, "Well, we are headed towards that general direction. I don't know where we're going to be porting, like making port, but if you want to jump on the boat, we're going to be going there in general." Yeah.
Oh, yeah, great. We would absolutely love to join you. What kind of boat is your boat?
Oh, it's a good sized boat. We use it mostly for fishing, but also for cargo. So we may make stops occasionally to net fish and get some food and things to sell. Mostly a large. It used to be a battleship, but the cannons and guns got decommissioned, so now we're just merchant marines.
That's so cool. You know, Shionibus was a. What were you again? Begin with an M.
What? A mercenary?
A mercenary? Is that the same thing?
No.
Oh,
No, merchant marines we just travel and sell textiles and items and sometimes just give them if we're part of a contracted. Which mercenary unit were you in?
why you want to know?
Well, sailor's intuition, I guess. If I'm going to let you on my boat, I need to know who you were mercenaries with.
I'm not with them anymore. So do you really think I'd hang around with someone like this? And points to Alona. She's basically walking sunshine.
I don't know if I want you to roll a deception check or a diplomacy check,
Ah,
because she would be the diplomacy check, but you would be the deception check, and I don't know. So I'm going to let you decide, Kylie. Are you rolling deception or diplomacy?
I mean, it's technically not a lie because she's not working with them anymore. I'll do diplomacy.
Okay. Plus 1 for sunshine.
I should have done deception. That would have been a good one. That's a 29.
29.
Oh.
That's good. So you say this whole bit of like, do you think I would be with her if I was still with them? And the merchant marine just goes, you make a very good point. I've run into some raiders in the past who call themselves mercenaries. Very interesting people. We lost a lot of ships to them, but none of them seem so happy. They seem kind of cold and drunk. She does not seem like any of those two things. So I think, I think this is good. This will be good.
Now I'm interested to know who you ran into.
I ran into the Ulfgard Company.
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
No,
No.
they're terrifying. They come at you with these small boats, and you think they're just paddling by, and then no. Next thing you know, ropes with hooks attached to the side of your boat, like they're trying to open up a frog to perform experiments, like you when you're in school. And then their leader, he says nothing, but the whole sea trembles when he walks on your deck. I've seen 16 blades go into his gut, and he just stared with anger. And
When's the last time you saw them? Because gosh, I hope we don't run into them. That sounds awful.
Well, this must have been about 3 months ago.
Awesome.
He ironically spared all of our people and then asked where we're keeping all of our booze under deck. He said there was a party he was throwing for some guy. I don't know.
Well, I mean, at least you escaped with your lives. That's a plus, right?
Yeah, no, it was lucky. It was lucky. From the stories I've heard, the man has felled ships with nothing but a boarding axe. I don't even know how that's possible.
PJ, was he grabbing this booze for Tobias's party?
No, no,
What?
he wasn't.
What?
No. What?
If you recall in season 1, a certain gnome said he was going to get drunk with a certain raider when all was said and done.
No.
Larry and Voss went out for a booze cruise and came back with a booze cruise.
What?
No. What word? Homie.
Ian and Chad, as I'm telling that story, hey, hold on. And then nothing but laughter.
Ooh.
You know, like I said, at least all of you escaped with your lives. It could have ended so terribly. You know, mercenaries, right?
Yeah. Look, I get it. If I was a Marine, not a merchant Marine, I would be more armed and ready for such a thing. But yeah, you just you don't prepare for combat, you prepare for travel and docking on shores and selling on shores.
Yeah. Real bummer. So how much for passage?
Right. I'm sorry, where are my senses? Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. We'll call it all even if you just work on the boat, provide basic chores and fishing when we stop. Just if you want to take your share of the work, it's a free ride.
Yeah, that sounds great. Awesome. When are we leaving?
I think we're just getting a few more supplies for our own sailors, our own Marines, and they'll be out in a bit.
Perfect. Alona, anything else you need to do before we head out?
That's a great question. Let's see. Yeah. Why is my brain going? There's definitely something I wanted to do in Adelphon Prime, but no. Yes. So this $5,000 that Alona got.
Mm-hmm.
Alona would like to invest her money. And she wants to. Is there a Church of Iron?
In Adelphon Prime?
Yeah.
You betcha.
Can Alona donate some of her money to the Church of Iron and maybe buy some more choco meat?
Yes, you may. Yes, absolutely. Have you been doing your push-ups? I don't know. It's been a while since we checked. It's been like 6 months of downtime.
No.
Look, it's about drive. It's about power. You know, you got to stay hungry and devour if you want to get the gains.
Or I could buy choco meat.
Not a steroid.
And screw the system.
Yeah. What? Discipline? Not when I have drugs.
Yeah. So how much choco meat can I buy with 5,000 gold?
That's never a question I thought I'd have to metric out. I'll tell you what. When we get there, we will go through that role play because I have some ideas.
Love that for us.
Okay.
Morel's coming too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's
Okay,
going with
good.
you everywhere.
Great.
Anyone else you want to invite on this journey, like a certain young boy named Joey, or maybe even 2 orc? Well, no, 1 half. Well, I don't know. Anyone else you want to bring along on this journey?
No.
Perfect.
Joey stays with his auntie Morel's sister. And learns
Aunt-
from the ladies.
with
Was
Auntie
it-
Beth. Absolutely.
Auntie Beth.
Michael.
Question, is Morel still with us?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I just want to double check.
Oh, that's fair. So, okay. So nothing else to do on the island of the Platinum Hammer before you get on the boat?
No.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, Shonobus, did you agree to do chores and labor for a free ride, or are you paying for the trip?
I'll do chores and labor for a free ride.
Okay. Well, you're all going to have to do it, or else you're going to have to pay your way. So does everyone want to do chores and labor for a free ride?
It builds character.
Yes, but also before we go, I do want to purchase some stuff.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Do you know what you want to purchase?
Yes.
All right.
Fishing rods and bait.
Fishing rods and bait. All right. Well, the best part is that all the bait prices on the island are still valid. If you want a reminder, let me know. Which bait are you buying?
The mid-level one.
The mid-level one? Not
Come
the pheromone
on.
bait.
Come on, Rufa. Get the horny bait.
The horny.
Hey, you're the one with 5,000 gold, okay? If anybody's gonna buy the horny bait, you should.
I did, and that's how I got the 5,000 gold. I invested.
Well, okay. So the live bait, which gives you a +2 to survival checks to fish, is 5 gold for 1 use of bait. Pheromone bait for a +3 is 15 gold for 1 use. A fake bait is 50 gold for 1 use, but that one item never runs out of uses, basically.
I just realized, does the bait I bought last time, can I still use that?
If you still have that in your inventory, you absolutely can.
I'm gonna buy a little bit more extra on top of that, but I'm gonna use that as a base.
All right,
I'm
so using the
gonna
live bait as a more live bait?
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy some extra live bait. I'm gonna spend, just go with 50 gold.
Okay, 50 gold's worth of live bait. That'll be 10 more pieces of live bait. Go ahead and add that to your inventory because I will not remember that. And if you want to buy, you said 1 or 2 fishing rods. 1.
I'm gonna say Rufa overheard Chonobus's fishing trauma, so you'll buy just 2 because yeah.
Okay. So the Platinum Hammer is it's an island of crafters because they have to literally build what they are selling to the world and to you. So everything is high quality. The rods themselves using a compound reel, and basically like kind of the modern reels we have in real life, some thousands and thousands of years ahead of its own time. This is going to be about a 150 gold a pop reel. Most normal like stick and fish, probably like 5.
Okay.
I can help Rufa out with that. That's pretty steep.
Yeah. that would be greatly appreciated.
I'm gonna, yeah, buddy. We're gonna, we'll. This is fine. And Aluna's also gonna buy more horny bait.
Actually, I have a question now. Is fishing gonna be like Alona and Rufa's bonding moment thing?
Yes. Yeah,
Well,
it
that's so
is.
sweet. Just like father and daughter fishing. Dad, when do we go? We go when we're done. When are we done? When we're out of bait. I love you.
Oh God, you guys remember that old movie? I think it's called The River Between Us or something. It's about fly fishing.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's what's reminding me of now.
We're gonna have the most philosophical conversations, and Shionibus is gonna look at us and seethe in trauma.
That or the King of the Hill
See?
fishing episode with crack.
No, I immediately thought of, instead of this like father-daughter, I thought of like granddaughter and grandpa, where it's like, I'm tired of this, grandpa. That's too damn bad. That's what I thought of.
We need
Oh
those goofy hats and like the vest.
The little like lotion on the nose. And
Yeah.
just, too damn bad.
And a 6-pack.
Yep. Okay, so subtract the money for the 2 rods at 150 a pop. If you want more bait, buy it now because there will not be a bait shop on the boat. And it is like a good half week's journey to get to Adalthon coastline.
So we have a lot of time for fishing, is what you're telling me.
There's a lot of times for a lot of things. I'm just saying, that's what I said before. How do you spend that week is up to you.
We have to fish. F.E. Burton specifically said fishing episode. I mean, we don't, not necessarily a whole episode on fishing. I mean, I don't know. That might be fun. It's kind of like a mini game episode with fish.
With fish, well, you certainly have a lot of interesting moments with the miracle and dread table for fishing, as well as the different kinds of fish you can get. Now, I'll say this: I didn't prep for the fish all over the world, so you're going to be catching a lot of platinum hammerfish along the way.
That's fine.
Okay.
Maybe platinum hammerfish are following us because they heard that we were cool. The fish that I released back in the water that gave me $5,000, they chalked us up because we let them go.
And they stole my shit.
And they stole. That was a different fish, but they're both hanging out afterwards, going. It's like, so what was it like? Oh, there was this broad. Yeah, she got me good. And I was like, hey, 5 G's, I'm out of here. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. How about you? I stole 3 bear claws. I hate your life sometimes. I hate the gifts that you are given. I hate you for this. Thank you. So anyway, we're going to go on a boat now. So the merchant marines on the boat agreed to let you ride the boat for free to travel to Adalthon's continent. That being said, I have to make a quick roll. Okay.
I hate when you do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kylie's also shaking her head like,
Mahooch got the movie right. It was a river runs through it.
A river runs through it. Okay. Yeah, river run through us is too metaphorical. River's got to run through it. All right. So first day on the ship, you all have to start doing chores. And the merchant marine is being very sweet and polite. She's like, look, I understand. I don't know if any of you have experience on boats. Does anyone have experience with rigging at all? Anyone in a past life? Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to put you on the rigging. If you could just go, everyone, the rigging master and everyone there will just tell you what to do with the ropes. Just follow their lead. Thank you so much. Does anyone feel comfortable with basically the mop and bucket? Is what the whole deck's got to be clean. Perfect. Okay, great. Okay, we'll give you the mop and bucket. Last but not least, does someone mind going to the bottom of the boat and hunting rats? We just left dock. There's probably been a small infestation.
Rufo just kind of shrugs and just takes his whip out, I guess.
oh,
I love it. Just, well, let's go.
We're going to play a little Castlevania, I guess.
Yes. Oh my God. Hero point for the Castlevania reference. So deep, so perfect. That being said, though, I want everyone to give me a check to represent what they're doing. If you have sailing lore and you're working on the rigging, you can do that. Otherwise, you can do survival.
I was going to say, could I just do melee strikes over and over and over again?
Oh, yeah.
wow. Alone is real good with a mop.
All right. What are you doing with your mop? I want. What was your role that you chose for that?
Oh, I mean, I chose survival because I didn't know what else to choose with mopping. I wasn't going to choose athletics. It's a bad idea.
And if you want to roll to hit, I think you just one roll to hit, Michael, to summarize.
Rufus is going to go down there. He's doing the Castlevania Simon Belmont power walk and everything. And I got a 26.
All right, perfect.
And if there's a candle there, I'm also going to whip that.
Oh, of course.
See if there's a heart.
You got to whip the candle and get that wall turkey. Yeah, that sweet, delicious wall turkey.
Thank you, Joe, for the sound effect.
So, Shonibus, what was your survival check? I don't know if you told me that.
I did a sailing lore for 26.
Heck yeah. The rigging master slowly starts to talk about the kind of knots and things that he needs. And the minute you show that you're old hat at this, he goes, good, take starboard side. You know what you're doing. I'll leave it to you. And then he goes, runs over to port, and he just leaves it in your hands. And yeah, sure enough, you're getting that side in expert shape. People are starting to do all your tricks that you learned, and they're actually doing a better job. You're killing it on the starboard side. Sidney, what was your survival check to swap the deck and make sure all the water doesn't just pile up in the boat?
It was a 24.
24.
Yeah.
Your back is extremely sore. Your arms are exhausted because you're at that kind of odd angle as you're working the deck with the mop. But yeah, sure enough, you've been basically fighting half sea the entire day, and eventually you realize you won. This is a pristine deck. And the 26 on the roll to hit. Yeah, Michael, you get down to the basement and you see there is a very exhausted, sleeping guy with a dog who's also sleeping, and they're both just kind of cuddling up on a barrel. And there is easily 40 rats down here just squeaking and chirping. And in the background, you hear bloody tears from Castlevania. You start seeing nothing but wild chickens and burning crosses, and you clean this whole place up in a few hours. Everyone above deck, you just hear
PJ, remember in part 2? What a night.
What a night for a curse.
Yeah.
So the day is basically done right around sunset. You are given some free time to enjoy the rest of the day's ride. You can go fishing, you can go talking to PCs, NPCs, whatever you want to do. Consider this, if you will, your campfire moment.
Fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rufus gonna bring up a couple of tall boys.
Tall boys. Just crack open one.
Yeah.
Beer and fish.
All right. So give me those survival checks to go fishing. See if you can capture one. Make sure you put your bait on. Otherwise, just a +0.
Horny bait.
Horny bait. Did you buy any more than the ones you still had left over?
No.
Well, okay. All right.
I can't remember.
Rufus will share his bait with her.
Yeah, I technically didn't, but if we want to retcon and say that I did, I can.
Yeah, if you want to spend the money for it.
I have $5,000. I think I'm going to be okay.
Okay.
I will spend the money on the bait.
All right. How much bait do you want to buy at 15 a pop?
Yeah. 5.
Okay.
Seems normal.
Yeah, put that in your inventory, take that money out, and we will go from here. So you're using your live bait, right, Michael?
Yeah.
Okay. And survival checks. Go.
Man, I really want to reroll so I can get a nat 1.
I got a 17.
17. Okay, let me check. Got it.
21.
21. Okay. Ironic. Okay. So let's start with Michael. So you cast out, you start getting a bite just like that. You get some fighting going on as it hits the water. Now we start off with the contested battle check as the fish fights for its life. So I want you to roll another survival check. And or athletics, sorry, survival or athletics.
That's better.
Oh my god. Oh, speak it into the universe and you shall receive
You get
a nat 1.
Nat 1. We'll get to you in just a second. Absolutely. Hold on to that. So what was your roll there, Michael?
25.
25.
Using athletics.
So I made a small tweak to the rules. A critical fail or success can also happen if you or they fail or succeed by 10. They rolled very poorly, meaning you succeeded over them by 10 points, meaning you got a dirty critical on this fishing expedition.
Hooray!
So I need you to roll for me a D100 to figure out what the miracle is as you are getting this fish. And I drop my microphone stand.
Wow, I can't believe we literally flipped it.
What'd you get?
Nice.
I know that is already.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me look it up for you.
Nice.
Michael, you're gonna love this. All right. So you start pulling on this fish, right? Pulling and pulling and pulling. And finally you pull it out of the water and you're looking at a hammer guppy. It's a tiny little guppy with a head that looks like a maul, like it belongs on an actual hammer from the platinum hammer itself. However, something's different about this fish as it looks up to you. Hey, buddy, look, my cousin, you don't know him, but he entreated to me with this great amount of money. And here's the thing, I don't need it, but I don't need to be eaten neither. So if you take $5,000, no one's got to know I was here.
Rufus kind of have that kind of weird outlook. He kind of just looks at Alona and goes, okay. That sounds like a good deal.
All right, good. Check your pockets. We never met. All right. Goodbye.
He's gonna toss
And
the
the-
fish back.
The hammer guppy just goes away.
Were they related?
They were cousins. Like what? A big family. We come from a large family.
Very, very well-to-do fish.
Why? Okay, so the platinum hammer is Latin based, right? And then all the fish are the freaking New York Italians. Is that what you're telling me, PJ?
Yeah. Look, what's wrong with having a Roman Catholic variation? I'm kidding. No, they're not.
PJ, I just realized, is the Platinum Hammer's entire economy like based around magic fish?
No. There's just a lot of magic fish in the world. It's a big world. There's trillions of fish. The likelihood of getting a magical fish is about 15%, and you did it.
Yeah, we're special, man. I don't know.
Let's go with that
Cheers.
critical fail because you hooked
Oh.
something, and as you're struggling, I need you to make a D100 roll as to what on the dread table you have just activated.
Crap. Yay. Okay. All right. Let's D100. I got a 10 and a 5.
Okay.
So what is
Is
that?
it 1, 0, and then 5?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 15.
Okay, cool.
You got the bad days fishing.
What does that mean?
So you start pulling and pulling, and you're feeling a ton of resistance. So whatever this thing is, it is strong. You don't know. It could be an eel. It could be a whale. It's powerful. And after your struggle, you finally just yank the lure out of the water, and magically, an old beaten shoe is hanging at the end of your hook.
I just get a shoe.
You just got an old beaten shoe at the end of your hook.
I'ma
Bad
keep
day
this
fishing.
shoe.
Whatever the fish was, it's now an old shoe worth no money.
It's my shoe now. It's
I love
very
that.
The
special
question is,
shoe.
does the shoe fit?
Does it fit?
Yes. I just critical 20'd. Does the magical random shoe fit? Okay, here's what we're going to do because I'm feeling sassy. That magical crap shoe is actually a magical item, but you won't know what it is until you get it identified later.
Yeah! I love fishing!
I also like to point out, I like Mahooch post says it's a soul.
It's a soul. It's a lost soul, if you will. Okay. Do you want to fish one more time for the rest of the night? Do you want to do any role play with the NPCs or PCs on the boat? What do you want to do?
Rufa's gonna look over at Alona and just goes, have you ever noticed that things are very, very strange?
You mean just generally, bud?
And
Because yeah.
honestly, ever since we've all met, things has been very, very strange.
I don't know, Rufa. I don't know if it was just after we met, because as far as I know about your life, you have a son, you are a dance school teacher, you also were general in the war, and you got a lot of really weird secret underground stuff going on. So I think you've just been this way.
Rufa, that is but the Tuesday. But honestly, before this all happened, Rufa honestly never got the fish who gave him 5,000 gold before. Have you ever honestly noticed this world is kind of off-putting sometimes?
Are you saying that out of everything that we've seen, out of the war, the Isovob's door, Asmakon, the gigantic animals, the flying bats that are Teslas, Nubia with the gods, out of all of that, the thing that gets you is a fish?
Honestly, yes. It is. Like, have you also ever noticed that there are there's many mysteries of the world? Like, have you ever noticed that there's no established name for the world?
Oh, yeah, no, you have a really good point, Rufa. There is no name for this world. We stumbled upon that when we were in the library.
Yes. That Rufa never before now really given any thought to it. But now, ever since, well, Rufa has made many wonderful friends, Rufa has been starting to notice there is some very vast, grand, and honestly very strange mysteries surrounding our world.
Well, maybe we'll figure out what those the answers to those mysteries are in Shin. I know it's a place shrouded in mystery, and I know that there's a lot of secrets in the world that are found there, especially because you have literally a dragon god of omniscience, which is so freaking cool.
Rufus gonna, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Rufus is gonna just take a deep breath and just go, honestly, once again, even though we are going to Shin, Rufa is not looking for it. As he said, there is a reason why he is here and not there anymore.
Are you worried for your safety?
Rufa is worried for the safety of his friends. Rufa is also worried about the people he has left behind, the people that he used to know. There is, as Rufus said, one of the reasons he is not looking forward to returning to Shin is it can be very dangerous, and he does not want to put the others in danger. Shin holds great danger, and for Rufus also great shame sometimes.
I understand, Rufa. But you don't have to worry about us. We've been through so much already. I mean, hell, Shionobis is the best shot I've ever seen, and Ichi can smash anything, I think. And Morale is one of the most brilliant fighters I've ever seen. So if it's physical danger, they've got us covered. And if it's anything else, well, I think you and me have it pretty handled too. But we're not gonna judge you, Rufa. We've all done weird things in our life, and you're still gonna be our friend.
Rufa takes a deep breath and takes a drink, a deep pull. And kind of just looks over at Luna, just kind of gives her a little pat on her hand, goes, Luna, you said that now, but even I think sometimes your capacity for forgiveness might run dry, especially when it comes to Rufa sometimes.
Well, I can't guarantee anything. That'd be irresponsible. And it's not fair. It adds a lot of pressure. And I guess all I can say is that you're allowed to be human. And you're allowed to make mistakes. And as your friends, we're supposed to be a space where you can do that in. And I can't force you to trust us or to open up or to not be scared of that. But we'll try.
We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, let us be tired. Rufa's tired. Rufa wants to go to sleep.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Hero point for that amazing role play for both of you. Kylie, is there anything you want to do on the boat before the day is done and the next day starts?
I would have just been sunbathing all day while they're fishing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like just a parent at the pool as their kids are having a great time, making sure they don't like drown or something,
Yeah.
like parents do. Just the occasional, yeah, you're doing great.
Mhm.
Yeah. But then I just keep watch at night, so nothing too big.
Okay.
Can I retcon a moment where Alona goes, Shonibus, look at my shoe!
Yeah, wow, it's weird that it fits perfectly.
I know, I think it's magic.
I think it's probably from a dead man.
What?
Nothing. You
Okay.
did great. You did great, kid. You're learning a lot. Yeah.
As you're sunbathing, you see a massive shadow cover you a bit, and you can kind of feel the cold of the sea breeze. The sun is being completely eclipsed, and you hear a voice. Excuse me, I don't want to interrupt you while you're sunbathing. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Sorry. It just seemed yeah. So I have to ask your advice on something, and this is going to sound extremely juvenile.
Is it about your date with Alona?
Affirmative, 100%, yes.
Yeah, take a seat, bud.
Okay, good. Because normally I'd ask my sister Bethrain, but she's not here. She's with Joey, and I believe her advice would just be a punch in the arm and a chuckle. I don't really know what that means.
This is why I liked your sister. She seemed cool.
Oh, you guys would get along like a house on fire. I know you would. Yeah.
So, what do you want to ask?
Okay. When do I schedule the second one?
I think you're on like number 3 or 4 by now, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, how many days was I on a date and I didn't know it?
Probably.
Damn it, that keeps happening to me. All right.
But I mean, I don't think she knew it either. So I think you like might be in the clear.
Well, okay. Philosophical
So-
question. If two people don't know they're both on a date, is it then by proxy not a date?
Myself and Tobias would say differently.
Well,
Because
yeah,
you
I
didn't
know
know
what
it was a
people would
date
say.
going into it. And it definitely turned out to be a date. So
Well, that's because we both consented that it was okay. Look, so the point is this: we're going to do another date, right? And I
Mhm.
guess this one is on me to schedule because she scheduled the horse race, right? So I need to do one.
Right.
I know a lot of what she likes,
Mhm.
but I might be missing a bit of the old flair, a bit of flash. What do you think would be a good way to like make that happen?
Well, I mean, like, what do you have planned so far?
Okay, so my thought was we're going to Alphon Prime, yeah. There's
Mhm.
a really grand library in the
Good.
the university. I figured
Uh-huh.
I know a few blokes that work with the arbiters and some of the people that work in the school. I can probably get a table and some wine, and we can just get access to the library for a few hours, by candlelight and wine. But like,
Mhm.
do I get like a music band? I don't know.
No,
Ambiance?
no, 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 no.
No.
Just do something subtle. Bring her
Stuff.
flowers,
Flowers. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I'll make sure the rest of us are nowhere in sight.
Okay. Yeah.
Wine is good. Candles are really good. Just make sure you
Candles.
don't
Don't
light
burn the
anything
books.
big on fire.
Yeah. No.
Um,
Only
yeah,
assholes burn books. Yeah. Got it. Don't burn the books.
yeah, that'd be it. Like, no, I think
Yeah.
that'd be it for you guys if you just all of a sudden burned a book.
Okay.
Um, yeah, wine is good.
Wine.
Just keep it casual, keep it light, keep it
Casual.
refreshing.
Refreshing. All right.
Oh
Cool.
God, don't do that.
Don't do that.
No.
Which was it? The neck thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
not doing
yeah.
that.
Don't
Neck
do
thing.
that.
No,
Mm-mm.
no neck thing.
You look like you're a fish out of water. Please don't
Okay.
ever again. Um.
Understood. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, she likes you, so it's not like you can mess it up too hard.
She she likes. Does she like me or does she like me? I'm a grown man. Why am I having this conversation? You know what? I'm just going to do what I said. I'm going to take your
Yep.
advice, and what happens happens. Why am I being weird about this?
Yeah. Why are you stressing out? It's this. You're already on what, your third date. So like,
right.
if she
Apparently.
didn't like you, she wouldn't have agreed to a second or a third. So
Yeah. Just thinking she was being polite, you know. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. Books and wine and candles, and I'm not gonna overthink it. Thank you. You've been
and flowers. Don't forget the
and
flowers.
and flowers. Okay. I think I know just the kind. All right. You've been brilliant. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna go pop off to bed now. Gotta get up by the
Yeah.
morning sun.
Yep. Good luck. You'll need it. Good night. And she's gonna
What?
go to bed.
Okay. Why am I going to need it? And then you just kind of seem to have like this internal crisis. Why am I going to need it? Why? Is she a devil in disguise? No, that's stupid, mate. You've known her for almost a year. And then he just kind of muddles off.
Can I just point out that Tobias in the chat said, how can Chio give dating advice? Her date ran Tobias out of the country.
Ouch. Ouch. Okay, so we're gonna just skip
I didn't
over.
think we could talk about Tobias. Oh no.
Reap Psyche also just went in.
What is happening now? Plus, she ran out on her last boyfriend after sinking his boat, then abandoned her fiance after losing the engagement ring.
She did not lose her ring.
Damn.
I have you know, she did not lose her ring. She took it off after him being dead for 500 years.
See,
which is valid.
Very valid. Normally, you don't come back when you're dead for half a century. Just putting that out there.
Y'all are ruthless today. Jeez.
Yeah,
God.
this chat. What?
Don't come back. Kylie, come back.
Kylie, come back. Oh, that's a throwback. All right. Really fast. So it's day 2 of the boat ride. I want to let's give you your chores for the day. We still need someone to help with the rigging. This time more the sails. Sailing lore and survival is still great for that. A heavy fog has come in. And so they're going to need someone to basically play the eyes of the boat. So if someone was make a perception check with the telescope to see where the boat is going and relay the information, raise your hands if you want to be the perception person. Okay. And last but not least, I'm trying not to kill a bunch of rats in a basement again.
Gotta play
They
Castlevania
came
again.
back. They came back. They respawned.
They
You have to
they
clear the dungeon
respawn.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
But
put the
Nightfall
respawn
cursed.
point in the basement of the boat? I'll tell you what.
Just gonna kneel in front of an area for like 5 minutes. Hopefully, a
And there's-
little red tornado just appears.
I'll tell you what. How about this? They need someone to help with their fishing, the net fishing they do. So they need an extra hand on deck to basically throw this massive net over the port side and just start dragging it in when they get enough fish in. So who wants to do an athletics check to help with the fishing?
I guess I'm down.
Perfect. Let's roll that really fast. I'm gonna write down the numbers and then we'll take our break.
24 for perception.
Damn.
21 for athletics.
Oh my god.
And what'd you get, Kylie?
24 for sailing lore.
Okay. Gotta write that down right there. We go.
My perception modifier was wrong.
Oh, what was
By
your
1 point. It's been like that for a while now.
yes.
No.
Remember,
In a
you
good
are
way, though. Now it's 14 instead of 13.
yes. Remember, you are level 5. That increases everything, literally everything by 1. AC, saves, DCs, the whole shebingle.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently I was playing with level 4 HP earlier.
Yeah, in the green room, he's like, "Should I have this much HP?" We did the math, and we're like, "Oh no, you need more than that, my dude." That being said, we're gonna go on our 5-minute break. When we come back, day 2 of the trip, we're gonna see how that turns out, and hopefully, this boat will get to dock at Adolfon's continent shortly. See you in 5 minutes at 9. Call it 9:45 p.m. See you then, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello. We're just mugging for the camera, if you will. Thank you for the 5-minute break as I fill Sidney with equal bits of shame and joy. Anyway, so we're coming back. It's day 2 of the trip back to Adolfon's continent and the Adolfon coast. The rolls before we went was perception of 24 for Sidney because a heavy fog is hit for this day. And as you're looking around, you're able to spy currents and the movements of other boats, and you are able to keep them on the path they set. Thankfully, they do not get lost at sea in the thick fog.
2 C's?
Was that?
2 C's?
Yeah, 2 C's. Cool. It's a dummy thick fog. Michael, athletics of 21 for the fishing. Sure enough, yeah, you're proving an old salt at this. They throw out the net, they grab something, they start pulling it in, and you're there right with them. You start putting them on a certain rhythm, pull, release, wait, pull in, and it's they're now kind of going to your actions. The sailing lore for Kylie. Yeah, once you know where you're going, because Sidney is telling you where to go, you adjust the sails accordingly. And by everyone's power combined, not only has boat not lost track with its projected course, but it's also made enough fish to feed the people and sell at the next dock, the next coast they go to. Yeah. So now it's with the sun kind of hidden behind the thick veil of fog, it's now another campfire moment where it's hard to tell what time it is until, of course, it gets too dark. But you are able to do things like fish, talk to PCs, NPCs, or any other activities you want to do. Your campfire moment. What do you want to do?
I personally want to talk to Chio. And I don't know like what the setup is at night or what time of the day it is, but just like find her wherever she is after we've kind of settled for the evening and being like, hey, so You went on a date with Tobias.
Not really, though.
Oh, come on.
Not really, though.
You spent the entire last episode. No, not last episode before. I don't know. You spent an entire episode convincing me I was on a date, and then you won't admit that you were on a date?
That is right. That is correct. Yes. Because
Okay.
that was a moral support gathering of two. There was actually like four of us when Tichi was there. We had her date, which was definitely a date. They were cute together. So I was just there to make sure nothing went wrong, and if something went wrong, I was there to like kick him in the shins, you know, like I do.
Right. I
Yeah.
don't think Morel would do anything that would warrant you kicking him.
No, I was talking about Tobias.
That's different.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I just wanted to check in and see how you were doing, because right after we finished the whole trial of Awesome Raw, we had to rush immediately here. And how are you doing?
You know, I'm tired. That's for sure. I've barely got to be home again, so you know it's been a while. So like having you there with me through the several months, it was nice, but you know I'd have liked to have stayed home for a little bit, you know, but pressing matters, you know.
It seems like it's always kind of falling down to us now.
Yeah, I think that kind of happens with, you know, the world's saviors and all. I think they kind of looked to us for all their problems. Like someone came to me about their donkey missing, and I was like, that's not my job, nor will it ever be. So sorry. So I sent him to, yeah. I don't even know.
Were they from a
I
swamp?
cannot tell you. Maybe, I don't know. No, that's yeah. But you know, it's I don't know, I feel like I'm going to one important guy in my life to another. So
I mean, how do you feel about that?
seems like everyone in my life seems to be dying at some point. So, you know, kind of shitty. But enough about me. How are you doing? Like, you know, you're going on another date with Morella here.
What? Huh?
Did you not know? Oh, he's
Uh,
planning a date for you. It's really cute.
What? He talked to you about it?
He talked to me about. Don't tell him I told you.
Oh, okay,
but
well.
he talked to me about it.
Okay. Is it good?
It's good. I think you'll like it.
I mean, we did talk about going on a second date, because I think I realized what we had in mind for the aftermath of the race was probably not appropriate. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for that, but honestly, it kind of feels like we can't have nice things because the world keeps ending.
Yeah, if that could stop for like 2 minutes, that'd be nice, huh?
Yeah. But I guess I kind of wanted to ask you how you deal with all this pressure all the time. I mean, this is the first time I've ever had someone, the world, really rely on me that much. And you've been a princess your entire life. with all these expectations thrust upon you. And, when I read Tobias's letter, I can't imagine what you and he must have gone through growing up with all of that pressure.
Oh, no, here's the thing. Yeah, I was born into all of this, and you'd think it would come natural to me, then that these constant crises would be old hat at this point. But they're not, and I don't think they ever will be. I didn't take my position seriously when I was young. And I regret it now because I look back at all these people that were relying on me even at a young age, and I feel like I kind of failed them at some point, especially when I left. So I am really dealing with it day by day, just like you are. For the longest time, all I had was me. That's all I had to worry about it. That's how I liked it, because I didn't have to worry about anyone else. And that's why I was frankly, not the nicest when I met you all. Because having to worry about other people just didn't come naturally anymore.
How do you feel about it now?
Getting used to it day by day.
Good.
How are you dealing with it all? Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I don't know, Chio. I guess it's not fair to hold you to such a high standard from birth, because it stripped you of the freedom to make mistakes and to be fallible. And that's a very freeing thing to be. And so I don't really blame you for not taking it seriously, because I think maybe part of you didn't want to because you knew it was, for lack of a better word that's coming to my brain right now, bullshit. You weren't allowed to be a kid, and that's all you wanted to be. I mean, look, even though life in the temple wasn't easy, I still got to be a kid. I spent my time studying, but I still had time to mess up, and the whole thing was about learning. And I'm really glad that you want to be a good leader now, because I think you'd be great at it. And I think your people really need you, and they respect you, and they love you. But I don't think you need to feel bad for taking the time that you needed for yourself because you needed it. But I know I can't take that feeling away. I'm just glad that you're here with us now.
Me too. But besides this absolute sob story, what was life on Or like? I feel like we really haven't talked about it at all.
No, we haven't. Wow. Yeah, I guess nobody ever asked. Well, Or is very dark. Shrouded in darkness. So light is very precious. And that's why our temple is very important, because, besides being a place of learning and scholarly pursuits and, all of the healing that we do, we also well, Afra is a goddess of light, and we bring light to the world, whether that is through our dispositions or by helping others, or if it's literally by And she touches like an object nearby that lights up. Well, that's bringing literal light. Most of the light in ore is green. There's a whole legend behind that, but I mean, growing up in the temple, I got there when I was 8. I don't know anything before that, but I was raised there. I was raised there as just like everybody else, and it was nice and it was good, and I didn't really have a desire to leave because I had my books, and I could imagine what it was like outside with them. But I guess there always was kind of that burning desire to go and actually see everything for myself. And I have. And I will.
How have you enjoyed it?
Well, besides the war part,
Yeah.
besides the war part, it's been pretty great. I've made friends for life. I've met someone. And I helped bring light to the world. Hopefully. Some ways.
You have, absolutely. I think really what I find kind of funny is how polar opposites we are. And I think that's why maybe we get along so well. My home is always in sun. It's literally all the time. It's always hot. It's gross. Your home, darkness, apparently. It's just the first time I'm hearing about this. Your goddess is all about light. Mine tends to be about darkness. You've never seen war, and I've seen it almost all my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never realized that before.
There was a reason I took you under kind of a, not mentorship, but really became closest to you, is because no matter how different we were, I did see just a little something in there that reminded me, I guess, of myself, or what I had hoped for myself.
And you know what? You may see me as what you described earlier as a ball of joy. And
I think I use sunshine.
Sunshine, right. And you are very dark and brooding sometimes, and you are mercurial, and you are mysterious and powerful and strong, and I see qualities in myself and you too. And those moments when you let your guard down and you let yourself have fun and you just allow yourself to be.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of moments we can learn from each other still.
And we will.
She's gonna give her a hug.
All right. Well, with that beautiful hug, I'm going to reward both of you with a hero point for that awesome role play. Great scene. And then we're going to, as we pan the camera on this boat over from this beautiful, genuine moment, it is almost ruined by the burly men of the boat doing a pull-up competition with Morel, who is taking all comers as a joke. He doesn't get more than 5 or so and then laughs as he falls off the mast. And then we pan over to Rufa. Rufa, what are you doing for this quick, not quick, but what are you doing for your campfire moment?
Let's just say he's fishing.
Okay, wait, we can say he's fishing, or is he actually fishing?
Yeah, he's literally
okay.
We'll say he's like has the bait out, and he's wearing the fishing cap, and he has the tall boy by him.
Absolutely. All right. So you're gonna be using your live bait then?
Yeah.
All right, survival check. Hit that reel, son.
Oh, not 20, but I think I might have critted again.
Yay!
Ooh, now this is just on the reel. What was the total?
I'm adding it now.
Okay.
Let's see, plus 2 plus 23. I rolled a 19.
What's your bonus?
2 from my wisdom and then 2 from the bait, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, total was 23.
Do you have untrained improvisation?
No, like survival was my only skill that I don't have trained.
That's fair. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Throw the cast out there. Hits the water. Within seconds, immediately there's a bite, and you begin to fight for the fish. Survival or athletics?
You would not believe this, dude.
Is it? What is it? Oh my
Oh my
I rolled a
God.
19 and then I rolled a 20.
What?
I was hoping to roll a 1 actually.
Give me that D100. Let's see what miracle you get as you pull in this fish.
Got an 88. So I'm going back to the future, right?
Absolutely.
I wonder if all these fish just actually give us money.
Like I said, a magic fish-based economy.
Okay, now, so here's how this is going to work. You have unlocked the twist of fate. Effectively speaking, you get a token from the sea that lets you re-roll a miracle or dread. And you can use this now to re-roll this to get something else, or keep this in case you want to fish a second line out. The choice is yours. Do you want to re-roll this right now, or keep this re-roll for a second fishing attempt?
Oh, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this.
Okay. So as you're struggling with this fish, you finally get it into the boat, and you have captured, you said 23, 24? Yeah. You have picked up the sainted salmon. I'm sorry, the sainted salmon. This beautiful, pristine, silvery salmon with an unusual kind of mucous membrane on its head that makes it look like it's wearing a hood. So it's like a little hooded fish, like it's a saint. Ah. Horrible song and everything along with it. So yeah.
Rufus gonna look at it and goes, "This is a very, very strange world indeed."
If you were still at the island, that fish would be worth 150 gold pieces. But since you're not on the island, you can make a very awesome salmon dish out of it.
All right, then let's go with a white wine poached salmon for dinner for everybody.
Nice. Do you want to cast a line one more time for the fish, or do you just want to eat the sainted salmon? You do have a reroll on the miracle or dread table if you succeed on that.
I mean, if I try to catch another fish, do I lose that reroll?
No, you keep the reroll until you use it.
Okay. If I have time, I'll just you know what? I'll cast it out again.
All right, make a survival check to go catch a fish.
Watch, I roll a 1 now. Okay, not in 1, but plus this 17.
17. Sure enough, you start catching a fish. Roll off.
$75.
I'm sorry. What was the roll to struggle? It's a survival or athletics.
Oh,
not
I thought you were doing a roll D100 again. Like,
No, not yet. No,
wait, never mind. Ignore that one then.
I was like 75. That's not on a D20. What?
Plus that. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. All right. So as you're struggling with this fish, right? Just it rolled very low, and the 10 up, 10 down rule comes into effect. And with the 10 up, that's a dirty crit with that 20. So I need you to roll a D100 for me.
Can I just go with that 75 I rolled earlier?
75 that you rolled earlier. The question is, do you want to see what happens if you get higher than a 75?
What the heck? We'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't higher, but I got a 40.
40. Okay. So you pull up from the ocean another hammer guppy, but as you do, this one is glowing in your hands for some unusual reason. Just this fish pulsing with magic power. You have just pulled out of the ocean a mana fish. This creature seems imbued with magical energy. Eating this fish either confirms 1d6 of healing. I'm sorry, it can both 1d6 healing and 1d4 spell slots returned, level 4 and below. So it's not 1d4 for all 4 slots. It's 4 slots that you can put between levels 1 to 4.
Okay. That'll be interesting once I start getting spell slots. You know
Now,
what?
if you don't like that, you can use that token to re-roll the miracle.
I was gonna say, you know what? Can Rufo use that to use a fish to make there are pills, so like medicine for a future use?
I'm sorry, you want to turn the fish into pills?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fish oil.
Fish oil.
Fish oil. Let's go with fish oil.
Fish oil racket. Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can totally do that if you want to. You can use this fish. You can hold on to this fish and try to break it up, but it's going to be limited because it's only one fish.
Yeah. We'll just say he distilled the magic of it into fish oil.
Sure. Okay. Do you want to cast a fish again, or do you want to call it an early night?
You know what? Let's call it an early night. I think honestly, I don't want to push my luck because I feel like a 1 coming on soon at some point.
That's a good point. And make sure you remember you have that token for a free reroll on either a miracle or dread, because some of the dread and some of the miracles get pretty dicey. So go to bed. The next day arises. The owner of the merchant marine boat looks kind of around. I guess we don't need any help today on deck. If you all would like to go down to the chef's quarters and just peel potatoes for a bit, we'd really like to have some nice food to. And also scale some of the fishes if you'd like to. We just need to prepare a meal. I think everything's taken care of.
Yes. Is this where we meet Long John Silver?
Hold on.
Are you rolling?
Maybe.
I like their hush puppies.
So they got good. Man, now I'm hungry for fish and chips. Damn it. Okay. Everyone give me a your choice, a crafting check or an acrobatics check, as you're trying to be like, dex. No, let's acrobatics doesn't work for this. Survival or craft.
You know what? I'm gonna
18.
use one of my hero points.
18.
That's right,
Awesome.
we have those.
Yeah, you've been doing some great role play, so you've been getting the points.
I'm gonna use another hero point. I got the same exact roll.
Wow.
I rolled 13 twice.
Lucky number.
Okay, you would not believe this.
Are you
So
kidding?
13
me?
again.
I rolled 13 again. The third
Listen,
time.
Michael,
Okay.
you need it. It has to happen.
We'll go with 13 then.
So fate comes upon you as you go into the cooking quarters where potatoes are piled high and fresh fish caught just late last night have been salt rubbed and need to be scaled. You see a very large pot-bellied man, and you can hear a very heavy and unusual step as a thick boot and sturdy peg leg rounds the bout, and you hear a familiar voice. Yar, who'll be here helping me to make potatoes and the fishes? You hear another voice. Dinner's ready. Dinner's ready. No, it's not, you stupid bird. We're making the dinner. Yar.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do I still have my no beard cosplay in my kit?
To my knowledge, you never got rid of the no beard cosplay. If you want to dress up as no beard for this, go right ahead.
No, I don't want to be offensive. I'm just gonna it's just a joke. Anyway, I'm going to peel the potatoes the best they've ever been peeled, and I'm gonna sidle up next to Long John Silver and go, "Hi. You look like you've been on a lot of adventures."
Well, I guess you could say I have been on a lot of adventures. I've been all over these open seas, eating lots of fish and potatoes.
Do you boil them, mash them, and stick them in a stew?
If we have those resources, usually we just skin them and eat them whole.
Oh, yum.
And to avoid rickets and scurvy, we make sure to chomp lemons and lots of oranges, for we are easily debilitated by lack of health resources.
Right. Alona's gonna walk back over to Shuna Vista Rufa.
I'm sorry, I just killed your joy, didn't I? I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's funny this way. It's fine. I guess not all pirates are exciting. I should have. Maybe that was wrong of me to assume.
He starts kind of stomping his peg leg and he just goes, "What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor? Feed him fish and potatoes. What would you give to a drunken sailor? Of course, it's fish and potatoes. What?" And he just kind of goes on this little theme song of his own making.
It's the basis of this character. He just has a parrot and a peg leg just for fun, and he just wants potatoes and fish.
He like lifts up an eye patch and it's like a normal seeing eye.
He does. He lifts it up. He goes, "Oh yes, you didn't know that was an absolute misdemeanor. We would used to wear these so that we would go under decks with the cannons. We'd be able to see in the dark. Eyes would always be intact. It's just a tactic we would use." Arr.
Rufa's gonna just look and then leans over to Alona and just goes, "Very strange world indeed."
I get it, Rufa. I understand. Everything's weird. And Alona just starts rocking back and forth with a potato.
Oh, by the way, I added my 13 roll with my crafting total will be a 25. Just let you know.
Okay. Yeah. So you are very adept at making the peeled potatoes and the scaled fish. You have made enough meals to feed everyone on this boat for a long, long time.
I'm sorry. You know, I do the clips for the show, and every once in a while, when we're doing the stream behind the scenes, I'll put a star and I'll name what the clip is going to be named. I wanted to clip this, and the name that I put down is Long John Disappointment.
Long John Disappointment. I feel he'd be like, "Why are you judging me for my lifestyle? This is how I am. Take me or not. I don't. Who even asked you to be here? I could do this myself." So rude. Anyway, yeah.
Can I describe the dish that Rufa makes with the potatoes?
Oh, are you actually going to make a meal out of the potatoes and the fish and the one you caught? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, the potatoes.
Chef it up for me.
Rufa's going to take the peeled potatoes, hollow it out so it's kind of like a bowl. Take the hollowed out potato, mash them with some cheese. Then with that little bowl, he's going to put some bacon around it, or pork belly fat, sliced really thin, like wrap it around it, and then put the potato and mashed potato and cheese on top of that, and stick it in the oven. So basically, bacon wrapped cheesy potatoes, baked potatoes. with some
No, I had
chives.
ramen for
and
dinner
dill.
tonight, so this is great.
I had beer for dinner. I don't get dinner until the show's over. What are you doing? Anyway, so I had 2 meals before today. Anyway, before this. So, Michael, as Rufa is pulling this out of the oven, which is a very general stone oven, the cook is looking at it and he's like, "You mean to tell me that you can make that with potatoes and cheese and creams and fat piggy bacon, and I've just been using nothing but fish and potatoes?" And you can see the betrayal on his face at seeing this reality.
There is many ways you could cook a potato. And Rufus is gonna go through like what's his name? Bubba from Forrest Gump,
Yeah,
like
it's like
all the ways to make a
mashed
potato.
potatoes, stewed potatoes. Yeah, and he's just sitting there like, "Yeah, I was a damn gunnery sergeant for 15 years. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. They just asked for a cook, and I needed a job, so I took one." And he starts
Be
like
creative with it. Have some fun.
he hobbles off in both inspiration and rage. Okay, so now, and we could say this is happening because of many factors, but suddenly you hear a bell ring on deck, and it's not just the time of day, it's definitely the panic alarm bell. Ding 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 ding, like it's just going off, and you're hearing voices, "All hands on deck, all hands on deck."
I'm gonna run up. Yeah.
All right. You run up after having this amazing baked potato bacon thing, which, dear God, I want to eat that. And you get on deck with like bellies warm, full of nice meat and potato. And you see all the merchant marines on deck grabbing whatever item they can. Their form for weapon fighting is terrible, but they're sitting there scared and pensive. And you notice that even though it's, I don't know, maybe 3 PM, it's pitch black. The fog is still there all around you. As the boat travels through the inky night sky at just a little past 2 or 3 PM, you start seeing stars all over them, all over the sky. The stars begin to drop from the sky and hang on the horizon to your right, just out of reach. The stars are everywhere. They're all around you. The mist, even though its paper-thin veil is hanging there, you look through it and you see nothing but doubt and confusion. And then you see a small torch spark to life somewhere in the inky blackness of the night. Just one lone torch bobbing in the currents, the almost dead still currents. This torch just no one knows where they are. We've been looking with the spyglass. We see no sign of land. We see no sign of anything. It's night fell upon us, and we're entirely lost. We have no idea where we're going.
PJ, would
Yes.
Alona know how close they were to the continent of Adelphon Prime, and if they were passing by any small, dark, dilapidated-looking towns?
Yeah, the town that gave us the willies after a certain adventure on an iron ship.
What little you can tell from doing your chores and labors about the boat is that you left southwest. You can't quite tell how hard the bank turns were, and you can't quite tell where you are, but you knew that you were going in the right direction for the Adelphon coastline. But the trip is about half a week to maybe a full week. If you're not already docked on land, then you're very close to it.
Oh, God.
Is the captain at the helm, like at the wheel?
She's not at the wheel. She is actually on the deck with the rest of the merchant marines that are armed and barely ready.
I'm gonna
Religion
walk
check.
over to her. Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead, Sidney.
No. You go.
Okay, go to her.
Have you seen this before? I hate when you flip the coin. Gives me anxiety.
So you say, "Have you seen this before?" And she says, "No. I mean, I've seen night skies like this, but not. I mean, sometimes when you get the blue horizon and everything's either sky or ocean, and when the night comes, you can't tell what's the sky and what's the dark water, but you can always see where the stars end. I've never seen them this close before. I've seen I've seen unusual natural gas vents break out and then gunfire and then fire on the ocean, but I've never seen one torch just floating like a buoy. And I've seen fog. Yesterday we had a heavy fog. I've never seen fog so thin and yet still so opaque. I don't know what to make of any of this. This is like my worst nightmare come true.
Are we coming up towards the torch, or are we like going past it?
The torch is coming closer to the boat.
Okay.
Bad. Bad.
Keep everyone calm. Keep voices low. I don't know what the hell this is, but we need to get this boat moving, and very quickly.
Okay. I'll start giving the orders to drop the sails and get the rigging, and I'll start manning the wheel so we can get out of here. She walks over to the group and she starts whispering to them, and they look at her wide-eyed in terror, and they just kind of start nodding, yeah. And then she goes, "But do it quietly." And confused, they start climbing up the masts. They start tying the knots. You hear the of the sail dropping. Everyone having that tense panic moment, like when you're coming home too late at night and like you accidentally like knock something over and you're like, oh, I hope that didn't wake anyone up. Like that kind of panic. Yeah. It's taking a long time. And as they're trying so hard to continue, you see the torch just.
I am going to kick it into high gear and quickly like start pushing people out of the way. Like, get lost. And like quickly just undo as much rigging as I can, undo sails, do anything I can to quickly get us moving.
Okay. Give me a sailing lore as you are doing this very fast at this point in time.
The math, because I'm stressed. 26.
26. Okay. A few of them see you leading by example and start following you, and they start following the rigging along with you. They're doing exactly as they always do. Like, here's a start, handing it off to you, instinctually grabbing it, moving it, mooring it, the whole bit, more lining. And as you're leading by example, it's really quickly, everyone starts getting into action. Within a few seconds, maybe like, I'm going to say maybe about 2 to 3 minutes, this entire massive decommissioned battleship, which is now a merchant marine ship, is full sailed, full rigged, and the wind tries to pick up the sail. But as you look, it seems like the wind is too dead to actually push it anywhere. And the torch gets closer and closer.
Okay. Does anyone have any magical items that we can use that causes wind or
No.
Something?
Chuck your door at it. I dare you.
You need therapy. So can I do a religion check? I don't know what it'll do. You
Maybe.
don't have to.
What are you looking to do with it?
Well, I just want to find out what. Well, one, I want to find out what it is before it gets any closer, and if there's like I don't know any legends around this part of the ocean that I would have read or something that would tell of a floating torch coming towards a ship and hopefully how they got away.
Okay. Give me a religion check for that.
Mm.
Don't forget, you have a hero point.
I'm going to use it. Are you fudging kidding me? I'm using
Good
my last
save.
hero point. It's the same number.
Oh,
It was the same number. Doing the same thing you did, Michael.
Yeah,
Same
I was like, same thing, huh? Actually, I might have something.
Oh,
I just need to look up if it actually does something.
Sure. While you're looking at that, I need the number, Sidney. What's the number?
That one, guys.
Nat 1.
Yep.
I need you to make a willpower save. Sorry, a will
No.
I knew it. I hate this world that we built.
save.
Ugh. Ugh. Okay. 27.
Okay.
I did
27.
pretty okay. That's all.
We'll see what happens. Michael, what did you want to do again?
Yeah, I was looking up because I bought a bunch of feather tokens before our fight with Korokos all those moons ago.
Sure.
And one of them was a feather token of the fan. It says activating this feather requires you to fan it in a given direction. If this direction is toward a sail of a vessel, the feather flutters up towards the sail and fans continuously, filling the sail with air and granting the vessel a 10-foot circumstance bonus to its speed for 8 hours. If fanned in any other direction, it instead produces a single casting of Gust of Wind, DC 20.
Okay.
Oh my actual god.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
thought
know
of that. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say I know you bought a lot of feather tokens. Did you buy that one specifically?
Yeah. Because
Hell
I
yeah.
thought that because we went on that adventure on the Sand Sea. I was like, if we go on a boat again, especially with Chunibus, with Lyran and Voss, we're gonna be in boats. I'm gonna
There you
buy
go.
like boat stuff.
All right. So I guess activate. The item's activated. The DC is only if they're going to resist, which a sail does not resist the wind at all. Well, I mean, it's debatable. The point is, yes, use the item. It lasts for 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to give me a survival check with a -2 penalty.
I'm gonna use my last hero point. I rolled a 1. I'm gonna use my last hero point on
Use
this.
a hero point.
Kind of
Nervous.
regretting using it twice on a bullshit roll earlier.
Listen,
Oh, that's not
we
bad.
all make mistakes.
That's not bad.
Everybody
Oh,
has those days.
let's see. -2, right?
Mm-hmm.
-2, and then plus my wisdom. Oh, it's 18.
18? Okay. So you start getting behind the sails and you start using this giant fan and you start realizing as you're aiming it this way, wait a minute, this direct heading is what got us in this direction, this problem. So you kind of start to adjust and you start hitting the sails from a different angle. Meanwhile, you're doing this, you're giving orders to everyone else to kind of turn the rudder and turn the wheel, and the whole ship starts slowly turning away. As it does, you see the torch just kind of bobbing in this inky black water. And even though it's just a weird torch in the sea, you can almost feel looking at it, 2 eyes looking back at you, and this sound, this just seething at you over the inky black night sky. Now, Ilona, that will save is 27.
Yes.
You start thinking about religious stories. Like, well, I know there's a lot of stories about Hap's wrath when like sailors pissed him off, or they fished the wrong fish, or whatever. And there's also these stories about Half and how like him and his warriors spent the first like major chunk of the entire like beginning of time fighting this unknowable thing in the middle of the deep water. And then your eyes go wide, your body goes cold and stiff as suddenly the stars get brighter and brighter and brighter until they become burning torches lined up in a row, like a lane of burning torches. And you see standing in front of you, kind of broken, a body, and its eyes are closed. One arm massively disproportionate with muscle, sinew, veins bulging and pumping like the pistons in a Chevy engine, just roaring adrenaline through him. The other one shriveled and completely elongated, but just disproportionate. And he slowly opens his eyes. And his eyes are nothing but coal, chunks of black coal. And his jaw slowly opens up. And as he does, a scream, and then the jaw segments into a second mouth, and the scream gets louder. And as his two mouths break from his jawline and scream, you see this flicker on his shoulder. And then suddenly, his whole body goes up in flame. He is a walking, living flame with two eyes of coal and one massive hand. And he starts walking to you with this kind of broken limp. Do you hate how they took the sky from you? Do you hate how your holy mother had to give all of her money, what little she saved, so that you could go out into the world? Do you hate how you constantly ask for peace and you're spurned and you're mocked for it? Don't you just want to strike them in the face until they listen? Don't you want them to finally stop and just for once in their fucking life listen? Do you? You want this, right? You want peace. You want to see the sky in your home. You want to see light. I am light. I am every light. I am every light burning at once. Take my hand, and I will show you a sunlight that no inky black sky can stop. And everyone who has ever earned your ire will do whatever you tell them to, because they will know that peace comes at a price, whether they like it or not. And one small name echoes in your head. The eldritch god of hatred, the fire that tears you alive on the inside, takes your soul and turns it to coal. Grogusk. He who first taught that beast of human to kill, not for survival, but because you just didn't fucking like them.
Ilona kind of fights a bit. Her conscience pulling at the back of her skull, but completely enraptured by the flame that stands before her. She starts walking towards the edge of the boat. And right as she reaches the sideboard side, she looks down at the water, back up at the flame, and then up at the sky, remembering how dark it was back home, but remembering that there's a brighter light inside of her.
Do you remember this? The torches that surround this eldritch being, this man on fire, slowly change. They shift. And as they shift, this almost intense heat and bright light, burning light, shifts to a cool, comfortable, dark light of home. It's night in Ur. Grogusk is still flanked by these torches that suddenly flicker and flash a bright green. And you can just see the coal start to smoke as both of his mouths recoil in hatred. And you see Or stepping from the darkness with lanterns. A green little light lit. You see warriors of the Emerald Flame, the holy knights that dedicated to protect the light. You see your holy mother, and they're all singing songs of praise and worship and hymns, old hymns to Afra, to Azamat, for the good, for the glory, for the dawn that will come. Because even though they are in this darkness and hate is so easy, there is a tomorrow and a dawn that will bring the light with it. And you can just see Gorhogus just enjoy your lanterns. They will not give you the light that will stop the darkness. But a caved-in skull does help the night. And he turns and slowly walks shamefully down these green torches as everyone of Or, and you even see Morel with a green lantern. You see Ichi with a green flamed lantern. You see Shionibus with this green flame lantern. You see Rufa, Woodward. You see everyone with these lanterns, these fires lit of green. And the green light gets brighter as the singing gets louder. Dancing proceeds, and then you hear another voice. Overboard! Overboard! Oh God, half protector, we have a lady overboard! As you wake up, you are now in the water.
Oh. Survival to swim?
Yeah, athletics to swim if you want to.
No.
The good thing is they're throwing down a rope ladder and a life preserver.
Well, that's good because I need the help. My athletics, I got an 11. I hope that I can grab the ladder on an 11. Can I? Yeah.
The life preserver helps you float over to the rope ladder. You're fine. As you're going up the rope ladder, you hear this shouting, and you suddenly notice the entire rope ladder you're climbing is moving at an expedited rate. And you look, and there's Morel pulling the entire rope ladder with both hands, and he sees you, and he goes, "Okay, good, you're alive. Do you want me to stop and you can climb the rest of the way? I just had a panic reaction. I'm very sorry."
No. Keep pulling. It's fine.
Going. Okay. And he slowly keeps pulling, and he goes, "So, you took a dip in the water."
Yeah, not on purpose.
Oh. Out of character. Though you feel some part of you that could very easily ignite into violence and destruction, has withstood the trial and temptation of Kurhogusk. That name is now in your mind. It's not festering like a worm or maggot waiting to burst from rotted flesh. It's staying there like a bookmark. And we turn back to Morel, who eventually pulls the rope ladder enough that he can just put a whole arm around you, lift you up, place you back on the deck.
Ilona just hugs Morel tight and buries her face in his chest.
Wrapping one arm around you, he's kind of awkwardly but warmly pets your head and just pats it a bit.
I don't know what that was, but I don't like it.
What was it like? What happened? Your eyes went wide and you started to smoke a little bit, like when someone's very warm when they go out in the cold, and then you started walking like you were going down someplace. Where were you going?
I think I was being pulled in a dark direction by something old and evil. I know its name.
All right. Well, for now, I'm just going to count myself lucky that you didn't drown. I don't want to be crass, but you seem to have bad luck with traveling cross waterways.
Bad luck or good luck. I always come out.
That's true. I mean, after all, you were the one that killed Korokos. I mean, that's like a pretty big deal, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Listen, this is probably the absolute worst time to do this.
Oh
But
no.
would you like to go on a you know what? This is the absolute worst
No.
time. I'll tell you what. Would you like to go fishing? Just
Oh,
have a beer and go fishing.
Morel,
Yeah.
I adore you so much.
Look, you've had a long day. You've been through a
I
lot.
you know, listen, listen, listen. I adore you so much. You have
Yeah.
saved me in so many ways that I can't even describe.
Yeah.
And I want to go on a date with you.
Oh,
I don't want it to be fishing and beer.
good. Because that sounds. That's not my. Okay, great. We'll do a date. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
Mhm.
So that's something to look forward to. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna damn it, Morella, get it together. Thank you. When we dock, I will set it up and then I'll let you know when it is ready in that time. And then I'm gonna go now. Do you want a hug? What am I doing? I'm just gonna
Don't go.
no. Okay. I'm still here.
Alona just holds his hand. Just, you don't have to say anything. In fact, don't say anything, please. Just stay.
Out of character, you see he wants to say something, but then remembers he's not going to. He just goes and just enjoys the moment. That being said, as this awkwardness is happening, you notice the inky black night sky and the stars trail. They fade, almost like a blanket is slowly pulled away from your eyes and the morning light comes in. Only now it's about 5:30 in the afternoon, so it's just in time for dinner, fish and potatoes. And with that, you'll notice that whatever that you were experiencing is gone. And you see the way the ship is angled, two locations for port. One to your right, a rough little hamlet with a very, very simple port. It's literally like one plank. And there's a bunch of small wooden houses built in kind of a semicircle, and a bunch of men and women wearing tan leather outfits. To the left, you see a quaint little village, kind of old Victorian fishing side houses built at awkward, skewed angles, very unnaturally kind of tilt diagonally. Iron wrought fences with what looks like spearheads for the top of the black iron fence, very uneven stones. And it seems barren like a ghost town. With that, the merchant marine leader walks up. She goes, "So we're talking at the right, yeah? Because like that place looks a little. That place looks. I don't like it.
Not that one.
No, not the left. We're going to the right. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, I need a drink." And that is where we're going to end episode 7 of Edge of Legend. I want to thank every legend in the chat that showed up, did an awesome job, and thank you for all your love and support for that awesome hype train. Thank you for all the 13 and the dice roll I made at the beginning. Everything here just said we're going to send them on the way to Daltonshire a little bit. But we're also going to say our goodbye, starting with Mr. Michael Powell. Let them know who you are and where they can find you on that sweet internet.
Well, as always, I am Michael Powell, and you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is usually at Mr. Kapow, that's MRKAPAO, or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff, like my YouTube channel, Fantastic Tales of Adventure, or my horror channel, Dastardly Tales of Horror. And my current schedule at the moment is, well, I got Wednesdays here, Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Toyzilla Network. I'm on a show called Toyzilla Live, where we talk about the latest in toy news. And let's see, also every other Friday, I'm on the Johananon channel at the 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Threefold. We play a game of modern age, and it's a little bit inspired by the old cartoon Mighty Max. And I believe on the 11th, we might be doing something with, let's just say, a certain elder god that has many, many tentacles.
That is what's up. That being said, let's go to Sidney. Sidney, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello, my name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. That is Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Yeah, I'm coming down right now from whatever that stress-induced nightmare was. But also, I can't believe my light literally turned off in the middle of that.
That was good timing.
Yeah, it was creepy as fuck.
I also need to figure out why it went out. But when I'm not here on Wednesdays, I have another stream that I just started over on Exquisite Corpse Presents. They are a new Bibbit channel. They're super cute, very gay. So I will not be there this Saturday because I will be at Twin Mass with other lovely people in this group and some people that are in the chat right now. But every Saturday that I'm not doing that, we stream a D&D homebrew world that's post-apocalyptic, post-nuclear, punk, gay. I don't know. Listen, it's a good time, and it's a lot of fun character building. So if that sounds interesting to you, come join us over there, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'll be doing another campaign eventually. We just got the group chat today, so I'm still figuring details out about that. But it will be good, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. Thank you for being awesome. I love you all.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to that one. Kylie, please let us know who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life all over the internet, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, where I don't post a whole lot, but you know, it is what it is. But keep an eye out on probably Instagram and Twitter. I am putting together a Black Excellence shoot with a whole bunch of lovely friends that'll hopefully be coming out sometime March, April, maybe May, depending on when people are available. So keep an eye out for that. When I'm not here with these lovely people, I totally lost all train of thought for a moment. I am over on Asgard's D&D Adventures here on Twitch at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sundays, playing a homebrew D&D game where we are once again turning into the anti-villains. So we're starting where we left off, and we're turning to not so great people, but it's fine. Yeah. come check it out.
All right. Well, I guess that just leaves me. My name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Come find me, come friend me, and let's have fun. When I'm not here with these absolute legends, you can find us here on Nat 20 Productions Official Monday nights, 8 to 11 p.m. with Goblets and Gays and a few other faces for Wayward Arcadium. I think we just had episode 4 last week, and this game is crazy. It is hilarious. It is what happens when a bunch of adventurers go to a college in Galarian called the Arcanumirium in Absalom. They just had their y'all studied go out and get drunk episode, and they're about to go on their field adventure excursion episode. So tune in here on Mondays for that, 8 to 11. Here, 8 to 11 on Wednesdays for Edge of Legend. What else? Always turn to Blue Collar DM on Thursdays. I know the schedule's been really crazy. It's been hard. Life has been whatever. We have that on Blue Collar DM on Thursdays. Friday, Wes _IRL is coming back with Yeet for Initiative, and I have been blessed to play with my friend Wes and play his character NPC Ryak, as we basically have the rebellion of the town of Braden, and we're gonna be doing that for a bit, and hopefully maybe some more stuff from there. We are all going camping to our LARP this weekend, so a lot of my weekend plans will be me wearing pink and shouting and fighting. But next week, you will also see me back on Eat for Initiative on Friday, and something I don't know if I can talk about it, but I'm doing a certain neck bitey roleplay game on the weekends. When I get the official talk about it, I'll give you guys more details. But until then, I think that's it for now, and I'll see you same Nat time, same Nat channel here for Edge of Legend. Well, we were going to raid someone, but it looks like the people that we were raiding just went offline. So,
You guys.
I'm
Where's
going
you
to
guys?
pick the Hero Zone. Let's go with them. They're on. Okay.
Doing some table
Anyway.
talk.
Oh, excellent. Well, everyone, thank you so much for this episode. Thank you so much for the love and the raids and the all the hype train. And Sam, if you're watching, I hope you feel better soon. I can't wait to see you this weekend, Sam, as well as everyone else in the chat. I don't have the fingers for that. I don't know. Anyway, love you all. Battle cry, fish. We're gonna shout fish, and we're gonna be raiding in 3, 2, 1.